Welcome to another story made by Oracle One. The Candle Maker's Curse. Episode 3. Melt Me Whole. Rain fell in a thin, relentless curtain, soaking the road until mud swallowed Elowen's boots and the world blurred into gray streaks of pain and cold. She barely felt the ground beneath her anymore. Her body was too warm, unnaturally so, and every breath came shallow, as if her lungs were filling not with air but with molten wax. Elowen, the voice cut through the haze. She blinked, forcing her eyes to focus. A man knelt before her, cloak thrown back, dark hair plastered to his forehead by rain. His eyes, hazel, earnest, terrified, searched her face as though afraid she might vanish if he looked away. "You shouldn't be here," she whispered. Her voice sounded thin, stretched. "Go." "I can't," he said. "I tried." She laughed weakly, then winced as the sound seemed to echo inside her chest. "That candle," she said. "You bought it." His shoulders sagged. "I didn't know. I swear to you, I didn't know what it was. If I had, you would have lit it anyway," she said softly. "It shows what we want most." His silence was answer enough. The warmth surged again, crawling up her arms like liquid sunlight. She gasped, clutching her sleeve as her skin shimmered faintly, translucent as alabaster. Alistair swore under his breath. He scooped her into his arms before she could protest. She weighed almost nothing. "Tell me how to stop it," he said urgently. "Please." Elowen rested her head against his chest, listening to his heartbeat, steady, human, real. It grounded her for a moment. "The curse feeds on attachment," she murmured. "On being seen, known, loved." "Then let me go," he said instantly. "I'll destroy the candle. I'll forget you if I have to." Her fingers tightened weakly in his coat. "No," she whispered. "It's too late for that." They reached the edge of Brackenrow by dawn. The city looked the same, narrow streets, leaning houses, smoke curling from chimneys, but to Elowen it felt distant, like a place she'd dreamed of once and then lost. Alistair carried her straight to the candle shop, shouldering the door open. Inside, the candles flared in alarm. Dozens of flames flickered wildly as Elowen crossed the threshold, reacting to the curse in her blood. Wax softened. The air grew thick with heat and honey-sweet smoke. "She's dying," Alistair said hoarsely, lowering her onto the worktable. "Help her." The candles answered with silence. Elowen forced herself upright, though the effort made her vision swim. She looked around the shop, the shelves, the tools, the quiet witnesses to generations of Greywick women who had given pieces of themselves to keep the curse at bay. "This is where it ends," she said. Alistair's heart lurched. "You mean we can end it?" She smiled faintly. "I mean I can." She slid off the table and staggered toward the back shelf, where the remaining candles burned in patient rows. Her own, his, candle was there, pale pink and luminous, its flame steady and bright. Alistair felt its pull immediately, the way it tugged at his chest like a living thing. "That thing is killing you," he said. "Don't touch it." "I have to," Elowen replied. "It's made of what I never let myself feel. That's why it's stronger than the others." She reached for it. The moment her fingers brushed the wax, the shop exploded with light. Alistair cried out as vision slammed into him. Not gentle glimpses this time, but a torrent. He saw Elowen's entire life unfold at once. Every small kindness she denied herself, every moment she chose duty over desire, every night she went to bed alone because love felt too dangerous to risk. He saw the curse's origin. Long ago, a woman stood where Elowen now stood, her hands stained with wax and blood. She had loved someone beyond what the world allowed, a king, a god, a man sworn elsewhere, and when that love was taken from her, she poured her grief into wax and begged it to stay. The world answered, not with mercy, but with a bargain. "Your love will burn forever," the curse had promised. "But it will never be free." The shop trembled as the memory shattered. Eowyn screamed, not in pain, but in release, as wax light burst from her chest, pouring into the candle in a blinding cascade. Her body arched, skin glowing brighter, softer, as though she were already becoming what the curse wanted her to be. Alistair rushed forward, grabbing her shoulders. His hands burned, but he didn't let go. "Eowyn," he shouted, "look at me, please." Her eyes, now glowing faintly like molten glass, found his. "You should hate me," she whispered. "I should hate you. But all I feel is this. Then let me carry it with you," he said fiercely. "Don't do this alone." The curse recoiled. The candle's flame guttered, flaring erratically as something new entered the equation. Not longing, not grief, but choice. "No one's ever chosen me before," Eowyn said, wonder breaking through the pain. "Not without taking." Alistair pressed his forehead to hers. "I don't want to own your soul. I want you to keep it." The candle cracked. A sharp sound rang through the shop as a fissure split the wax from top to base. Light spilled out, no longer pink but gold and white, pure and searing. The curse screamed. It was not a voice, but a pressure, a demand, centuries old and furious at being denied. The candles on the shelves flared violently, their flames stretching toward Eowyn like grasping hands. "Now," Eowyn cried. "When it breaks, push me away." "No," Alistair said. "Yes," she insisted. "If you hold on, it will bind you too." She kissed him. The contact was brief, desperate, fierce, real. For the first time in her life, Eowyn allowed herself to want without restraint. Then she shoved him backward with surprising strength. Alistair fell hard, gasping, as the candle shattered completely. Wax rained down like snow. The light collapsed inward, imploding into a single point that burned white hot, and then went dark. Silence. Alistair scrambled to his feet, heart pounding. "Eowyn." She lay on the floor amid broken wax and extinguished flames, utterly still. "No," he whispered, dropping to his knees beside her. He reached for her face, half expecting it to burn his hand. It didn't. Her skin was warm, human. "Eowyn," he said again, voice breaking. She inhaled, slowly, steadily. Her eyes fluttered open, dark once more, no light behind them but life. "It's quiet," she murmured. The candles around them were dark. All of them. The shop felt colder than it ever had before. Alistair laughed, a broken, breathless sound, and pulled her into his arms. She clung to him, shaking, both of them crying now, the weight of centuries lifting in a single fragile moment. "It's over," she said softly. "The curse is gone." Weeks passed. Brackenrow adjusted slowly to a candle shop without magic. Some mourned the loss. Some were relieved. Eowyn sold ordinary candles now, beeswax and tallow, warm and simple. They burned quickly. They burned honestly. Her hands still smelled faintly of honey. Alistair stayed. At first, the city whispered, about the nobleman who abandoned his estate, about the candlemaker who had stolen his heart. But whispers faded in the face of small, persistent truths. The way he carried water for her, the way she laughed more easily, the way neither of them flinched when candles went out. One evening, as autumn settled into the stones, Eowyn stood in the shop doorway watching the sunset bleed gold into the river. "I thought love would destroy me," she said quietly. Alistair slipped his hand into hers. "It almost did." She smiled. "But it didn't." Inside, a single candle burned, not enchanted, not cursed. Just light, held briefly against the dark. And when it melted away, nothing was lost. For more stories, like and subscribe.